Next is the reaction of metals with acids. So, when metals react with acids or with dilute acids, it produces metal salts and hydrogen gas. Okay, when any metal react with acid, it produces salts and the hydrogen gas. Okay, students, like example is given here. When sodium reacts with HCl, okay, Na is sodium and HCl hydrochloric acid, means when sodium reacts with hydrochloric acid, then it forms sodium chloride, which is a salt with the evolution of hydrogen gas. Okay, students, and when potassium reacts with sulfuric acids, then it forms potassium sulfate, which is a salt with the evolution of hydrogen gas. Okay, how you can detect the production of the hydrogen gas? What you can do, you can keep the burning matchsticks when the evolution of gas is taking place. Okay, when you keep that burning matchstick near the mouth of your test tube, you will hear a pop sound, okay, which shows that the evolution of hydrogen gas is taking place. Okay, students, but the non-metals generally do not react with acids and do not produce hydrogen gas with the pop sound. Okay, so this is about the reaction of metals and non-metals with the acids. This is the reaction of metals and non-metals with the bases. Metal reacts with bases to form their respective salts and hydrogen gas. All metals do not react with bases at room temperature, students. Okay, when aluminum react with sodium hydroxides, what will happen? Then sodium aluminate form, which is a salt with the evolution of hydrogen gas. And if we talk about the non-metals, non-metals react with bases to form complexes. Okay, that you will learn in the higher classes, students. Okay, so next topic is the displacement reaction. Now, what is displacement reaction? Simply reaction of metals with solution of other metal salts, like when the reaction in which more reactive metal replaces the less reactive metal and less reactive metal cannot replace the more reactive metal, that is called displacement reaction. Okay, according to reactivity series you can understand better, students, like sodium is more reactive than magnesium, magnesium is more reactive than zinc, and zinc is more reactive than iron, and iron is more reactive than copper, means the least reactive metal in this is copper and the more reactive metal is sodium. So students, for example, I am giving you a reaction here, like when iron reacts with copper sulfate, right, it forms iron sulfate plus copper. Copper displaces the iron displaces the copper. Why? Because iron is more reactive than copper, but copper can't replace iron. For example, if you are having a reaction here that copper plus iron sulfate, and the formation of, if you say copper sulfate takes place, no, it's not possible, because only more reactive metal can replace a less reactive metal. Okay, that's why here the iron replaced the copper. Okay, students, hope the displacement reaction is clear to you. So here are a few examples. So here is one more example for you, students. We are having 5 beakers here, labeled A, B, C, D and E. So in the first beaker, that is beaker A, we are given with copper sulfate plus zinc granules, and in the beaker B, we are given with copper sulfate plus iron nail, and the beaker C, we are given with zinc sulfate and copper turnings, and in beaker D, iron sulfate and copper turnings, and in the beaker E, we are given with zinc sulfate and iron nail. So according to you, what will happen in these beakers, students? First of all, see the reactivity series which is given in the top. Okay, copper sulfate plus zinc. So in this, which is the more reactive metal? In this, zinc is more reactive than copper, right? So zinc can displace copper, right? So the reaction will be zinc sulfate plus copper. Okay, and in the beaker B, in this, as we know, iron is more reactive than copper. according to reactivity series. So iron can replace copper in the beaker B even. Okay. Now in beaker C. Now can copper replace zinc? See the reactivity series, students. Copper is less reactive than zinc. So copper can't displace zinc from its salt solution. So no reaction takes place in this beaker. In beaker D, copper turnings plus iron sulfate. Same with this. According to reactivity series, copper is less reactive than zinc. So in this reaction, even no reaction will take place. Okay. So now in beaker E, zinc sulfate plus iron nail. You can see here that iron is less reactive than zinc. So iron can't displace zinc from its salt solution. Okay. So here is the answer of these. Here is the solution of these beakers. You can see here in beaker A and B there is a reactions takes place, and in C, D, E and there is a no change, means no reaction takes place. Metals are used in making wires, sheets, which are used for various purposes. Some metals like iron, sodium, calcium are essential for our body parts, as you know, for making machinery, automobiles, trains, aeroplanes, cooking utensils, water boilers, and industrial gadgets even. Okay, so these are the various uses of metals. So next are the uses of non-metals. As you know, oxygen is essential for our life, carbon dioxide is essential for green plants, nitrogen or phosphorus are very essential for the proper growth of the plants, right? Chlorine is used to use in the purification of water. Chlorine tablets, you know, right? Iodine solution is used as antiseptic, which is purple in color. Okay, sulfur is used in cracker, which burn with the loud sound. Okay, students, so these are all about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals and the uses of metals and non-metals. Thank you. Hope this link will be helpful to you. Have a